not gold.
Still don't have a gold medal in the elite road race, but you're happy today, Chloe.
Yeah, it's funny. Before the race, I definitely didn't expect this, but now coming away with silver, I'm a little mad that it wasn't gold. But yeah, with how my year's gone and how this week went mentally for me, I almost didn't really even want to start today. So I feel very blessed to have the support that I have back home and here. Without them, I don't think I would have started, and so I'm just feel very blessed.
And you did a heck of a lot of work to even get back up to that front group there in the I think the bridge right there at the final K, and then you're in the back a little bit when Lisa opened up the sprint, and it looks like you went the long way around too, and then it looks like maybe the legs just faded right then when Kopecky was there for the gold. Is that a good assessment? How did you see it?
Well, I mean, Kopecky's one of the best sprinters, right? Yeah, so I don't think it was so much that as much as she's just very good at sprinting, and I'm not so much. So yeah, no, it was a great race from her, especially her and I both at the far end of the course, kind of having to chase back on, and so it was a good day for her, and yeah, so I just got to work on my descending.
At one point you dropped her out there. You dropped Lota at one point out there on your chase back.
Well, she got back on, so she did good.
What did you think about the way the Dutch had the numbers today, but maybe they weren't playing them well, and how did you see all the tactics playing out in those final two circuits?
Yeah, the Dutch always have such a strong team, and I think it played out probably. Maybe they wanted one more at the finish, maybe to keep Voss. But yeah, no, I think probably the plan was for Demi to make it to the line, and so I guess I don't know. I never really know the Dutch tactics.
Chloe, tell us a bit about the chase itself. How mentally difficult was it after being dropped on the climb there to come back and basically chase until the last kilometer?
Yeah, I think at the top of the climb it was more of a kind of a gamble, because Elisa went and I was behind Kopecky, and I was expecting Kopecky to go with it, and I lulled behind her, just expecting her to go. So that part, having to chase on, was getting back on. I knew there was enough time we could do it, and then in the final, it was just the descent for me that I went my pace, went my speed, and if I caught on, I caught on. If I didn't, but so yeah, I'm really grateful and thankful that I did.
That descent, how much of a role did this week play in that descent down to Kusnat there?
Sorry?
How much of a role did the week here, or everything that happened this week, play in the descent for you, knowing your crash from Imola back then?
Yeah, this year I've had numerous crashes just from sliding out. So we finally dialed in my tire pressure and all that. So I felt a little more confident today in my descending, but still with my accident, there's still fear there. And as much as I don't want to admit it, there is. And yeah, it's just something I have to overcome. And I'm definitely working on it. And hopefully by next year I'll nail it. So.
Well, you said you almost didn't start. Can you say why? What was in your mind?
This whole year I don't really know, and there's no excuse. I'm not saying this as any sort of an excuse, but just the way I normally can hurt myself, my power, my training, I'm just off physically. I'm not putting out the power that I know I can and should, in training, and like I'm finishing efforts in races, and it's like I can't trash myself. I can't turn myself inside out. And I don't know if it's some sort of mental block. I think over the past 4 years, I've had all this time off due to injury, but never time off because I'm taking a break because it's off season. It's always injury or illness induced, so I never really have a mental break. And I think maybe it's kind of catching up with me, and I just need to take a little mental break and just kind of reset, recharge, and start focusing on the season to come.
Just finally, can you give us any sort of preview now that you've raced this course, what we can see tomorrow in the men's race?
I think it's going to be dry for them. Yeah, I would love to see Vanderpool win again. I think that would be pretty cool. I think it's obvious that it's not a super climber course, but yeah, I think honestly, anything can happen. Everybody's so strong in the men's peloton. But yeah, Vanderpool's canyon rider, so let's go for canyon.
But yeah, why so? I mean, what did you see on those climbs out there, and how will that factor into the race?
Definitely power climbs. They're not long enough for, I feel like, you know, a climber to just set its tempo and go with it. I think it's definitely a power climb, and it's going to be set for probably a classic style rider.
Thank you.